Hey guys, just wanted to give an updated video here for everybody. Start off here, bring the floor plan back in, and I have a little bit of work to do tomorrow um, on laying out I spoke with Anthony, and he had mentioned to me that we're not doing 16-inch grout joints, but we're doing 1/8-inch grout joints. And so anyway, let's start off real quick. I'll run through this. Is stuff that was in the video from yesterday. But we've got our pucks going on. Same deal. Our first layer, which is going to be this guy, which is going to line up off of those pucks. What we're going to do, you can see these notches here. These guys here are for location of the island. So let me bring that in. That's these guys here. So these are removable. They fit into a 3/8 notch that'll be cut into there. These guys, so these guys will index this guy, help us locate our center of the island, so our location is perfectly where it needs to be. Then from there, we're going to let's see. From there, we're going to jump over to. These are the pins. So after the warm floor is put in, and we will remove these green connectors. So let's go ahead and take those guys out of there. We'll put these pins in before our next layer goes, and the next layer is what the cabinetry is going to sit on top of, and that's actually what's going to have our projections for the alignment of the tile and also for the brass. So let's bring in that layer. This guy here. So this is the island and the perimeter cabinets, the footprint. One thing I didn't put in here, and I'm going to talk with Butch and Anthony, we're probably going to want to put a temporary piece in here at the same time that we do our temporary piece around the perimeter for all of our alignment, because we've got brass and stuff like that that's going to be underneath the range here that we want to have a location marks for there. So the next thing we're going to do is bring in our next layer, which is the outer plywood. So that's this guy here. That'll be put in with, let's go back up here. So these guys, same deal. These connector rods will drop in. They'll be temporary. The cabinetry will cover over the top of this, but these guys will locate this outer line. Once again, we've got I'll turn it on just so we can see it, the puzzle piece of the dog bones for lining up, keeping these guys in alignment. Turn that off. So once again, when we do this, I'll probably do this tomorrow, but this green layer here, which is our outer perimeter, we'll do a connector, we'll do a piece that goes across here. And has connectors there that can be removed, but then we'll have our projections of the starburst set through there. So we've got this is where the brass pieces go. These are drawn at the 1/8 inch right now. I'm going to confirm, but Anthony had mentioned he thought it was going to be a 1/16 of an inch on either side, so they would just use a caulking in there instead of a sanded grout. Turn that guy off. We've got our so this is the actual pattern that is taking place. So what I'll start doing tomorrow is off of these center lines, the center generated lines, which are these guys down here, and then there's the brass there. So what I have is this piece of plywood is going to have a small notch in it here so that the brass could be set in there if you wanted it to, or a piece of wood just as a temporary line. But there will be an 1/8 inch gap here. And then these guys here will just have a groove, a V groove cut into there with a hole drilled at the end. So a screw or a nail could be set back in there for reference. And then around the center of this circle, same thing. Well, this is where the brass will be set. So we'll have a notch cut in here that the brass could fit into, or a piece of wood that would represent that. And then all the way down here around this circle, we'll have holes drilled so that A nail or a screw could be put in there, and a string line can be generated through there. As I mentioned to Tony or Anthony, all of the tiles will be cut out of 0.20 thick plastic, and they'll be numbered. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on around there. So there'll be a piece with a number on each one of them that can be used as a tracing. But also these pieces can be dropped in place for checking alignment. Once we get to the let me go to wireframe here so we can see through this green guy. So you can see the perimeter of this green piece here. By having these guys, these connecting rods here be removable, we can realign this piece after the tiles are set. We can use this to cut out, or we can make another piece that has the correct offset, so that the router, so Chris's router, can follow along here and cut out the walnut plywood. And but these, like I said, these pieces will be removable. So if we need be, we can make another set of these guys that will lock into the same spot, but will follow or have the correct offset for the router bit to travel around here and cut out the flooring. And I'm not quite sure if the flooring is going to be put down first, and then we'll do the same thing over here, or if the flooring will get cut around this. Either way, we can make a template for either direction, however it wants to be done. So this is the collaborative stuff that would be great to have everybody put their what's going to work best for them. And I think that's it for now. This thing should go together really nicely, and I think it'll be fun for whoever gets to install it, probably Chris, to get involved in this. It's going to be it's going to be fun. Anyway, hope you guys are had a great weekend, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.